Before there was time travel, before there was multiple versions of the same character, and before young Xehanort made me hate dialogue in gaming.
So we made a copy of the world, and then pulled those hearts apart. I wonder how you'll handle the strain.
Wait! What does that mean?
There was Kingdom Hearts, the Disney Final Fantasy hybrid that at one point was my perfect game. Until the sequel, you get that piece of trash out of my face. Yeah, that's the one. But with so much of the fandom feeling nostalgic for the original games while uneasy about the future games, it feels like a lot of people are just looking back at this game in broad strokes of, yeah, it was pretty good. When in reality, the majority of the worlds in this game suck complete Mondo supersized ass. But yeah, other than that, it was pretty good. When I was a kid, my two favorite games were Mario 64 and Paper Mario. All I wanted was a game that let me move around and explore levels like 64, but with the epic story, characters, atmosphere, bosses. Actually, I guess I just wanted a bigger Paper Mario with more movement options. It could have music from both though, that's fine. But okay, with all that in mind, how did Kingdom Hearts do?
Darkness conquers all worlds!
This was everything I wanted and more. It was perfect. It was one of my first true video game loves, and even today still influences the type of games I play. This wasn't the first 3D action RPG, but it was the first one to make it look this good. We like to credit Dark Souls or Demon Souls for the beginning of the hidden role genre, but what does this look like to you? This game's music, action, and atmosphere are incredible. Sure, there's some problems like Sora whiffing the third hit of his base air combo 30% of the time like a dumbass, but just look at the cleanness of me bashing Wakka's head in with his own balls. The battle system of this game is incredible, and it actually rewarded you for exploiting enemy weaknesses. A system that criminally has never returned, and I swear to God if Cage 4 doesn't bring it back, I will burn down Square Enix myself! Anyway, the world suck ass. People like to dunk on the AI, which is trash, don't get me wrong. I'm never gonna be the guy defending Donald's bitch ass, but these worlds are the worst. Monstro is one of the worst levels in gaming, Wonderland is basically just 2 rooms with one of them showing up in different angles, and Deep Jungle has nothing of interest except Sora almost getting mauled by a leopard. And even that isn't even canon anymore, so who cares? But somehow, despite all that, the world still managed to overall charm me with all the secrets they have, both with the collectibles and the extra touches just to give them more personality. Except this one, it's awful and I still get sick to my stomach every time I hear the instrumental for Under the Sea. Seriously, why did anyone think this was a good idea? Oh, yeah, that's fair. Which finally brings us to the big topic of discussion, the story. I skipped all the cutscenes while replaying it. I can explain, I swear. So I'm gonna be real, a big chunk of it is just me not wanting to see the cutscenes again since I've played this game about... But on top of that, I also played this game back on the original PS2. And for those of you lucky enough to have never done that, no skipping cutscenes. Meaning every time I lost, I had to watch the previous cutscene. Over, and over, and over, and this is my luxury, let me have this. Other than that, the story's fine. Nothing bad, but none great. It's pretty standard actually, just a kid looking for his friends with some unlikely allies. And while it does pick up way more in the third act, it never really captures the crazy that future games in the series does. To some people that might be a good thing, but I can say without a doubt, those people are kind of missing the point. Kingdom Hearts is a weirdo game. I think even from its reveal, people thought it was the dumbest thing they'd ever seen, but that's literally the fun of it. Now there is an argument that they went too far around the time they turned the book's digital avatar into a 15-year-old boy, but yeah, no, there is no argument, that was stupid. But sometimes it's fun to see something stupid. Where else except Kingdom Hearts can I see Donald Duck do a universe-ending beam attack and atomize anime Nazi Jesus? And even beyond stuff like that, there are moments that stick with me that I don't want to skip because I enjoyed them so much. Over these last few years, I've gotten to play some of my new favorite games of all time, but there's a magic to Kingdom Hearts that game's far, far better than it just can't capture. I've played this game a dozen times. I'm probably gonna play it a dozen more, and every time I've played it, I've managed to find something new and interesting. It's reasons like this why it's still one of my favorite games of all time, even if it's probably not as good as I remember. Also, real quick, why was Alice a Princess of Heart when Ariel was literally right there? Was that the original plan before someone said, oh right, she's a fish, and didn't want to bother just having her on dry land?